Hey guys, this is a video I did not want to have to make, but I have to make it now. So if you are seeing any future videos beyond Abandoned's Argus kill in Heroic and Taurus the Burning Throne, you will notice, and also if you're watching my recent streams, you will notice that I am not in Abandoned anymore. I'll just show you real quick. Look at that tag right there. That little chat blocker I have. Notice how it says send help instead of abandoned? Well, that's because I am not in abandoned anymore. I didn't leave. I didn't leave abandoned. Something else happened. So there was arguing within the officer corps, mainly between the raid leader and the co-raid leader. I won't go into specifics, but basically they had an argument. The co-raid leader left, the raid leader banned her. It just typical guild drama, and it sucks. It sucks having to deal with that. But our entire raid team had to deal with it. We lost our co-raid leader, and then all of a sudden, a ton of our people just started leaving. I'm not exactly sure why. I think they were asking her why she left and what her plan was and stuff like that. And she had mentioned that she was going to start a new guild. And I think when people heard that, they decided to go with her instead of staying here. And I can see why. It definitely would have been easier if we just didn't have any drama at all, because believe me, guild drama sucks. It screws up momentum. It just makes you feel absolutely shitty. So this was all happening while I was asleep. By the way, this was all happening just in the middle of the night when I was sleeping. I woke up to all this drama and all this stuff that was happening. I woke up finding out that the co-raid leader left, that all this other stuff had been happening, that a bunch of other people were leaving. People were telling friends of mine, yeah, just leave, because they can't recover from this. I'd say I was probably one of the last people to leave, mainly because I had school. So, I didn't have all the facts by the time I left for school, so I was just getting the facts throughout the day while I was at school, trying to figure out what my next move is. Either stay with Abandoned and try and salvage it, or go over to Ambu's guild. And Ambu's the co-raid leader, in case you were wondering. You might not know who she is, but if you're hearing a girl in my videos with an accent in our kill videos, that's Ambu. She is the co-raid leader of Abandoned, or was, and she also leads the healing team. So I could either stay with Vess in Abandoned, or I could go with Ambu in this new guild that she made called Send Help, which is where most of Abandoned had ended up going. So it took me a while before I could figure out what to do, because I had been in a situation kind of like this before, where I either stay with a severely crippled guild and probably nothing gets done, or I go somewhere else, even though I'm gonna feel like absolute shit when I say, hey, I'm leaving. I decided in the middle of the day when I was still at school, okay, I'm going to leave Abandoned. I'm going to go join Ambu's guild, gonna see how it runs. I think at this point I'm going to stay there. It sounds like it's very similar to Abandoned with a change in leadership, and that's about it. So I'm planning on staying in there. We'll see, obviously, because anything can happen, as I have just witnessed. So then, while I was at school, I talked to Vess, which is the guild leader and raid leader of Abandoned, and I was like, hey, so I had been hearing that like Ambu left and then all of these other people left, and he hadn't logged on at all for the entire day. He knew that Ambu left, but he didn't know that a ton of other people left as well. But I've been checking Discord. I've been trying to keep up with all the information. Uh, yeah, there were by the time I talked to Vess, there were literally only 4 raiders left, including me. They were still in Abandoned. So with that being said, I was like, yeah, that's kind of why I want to talk to you about it. Listen, I loved raiding with Abandoned. I love all of you guys. I love the entire team. I love the guild. I love you. But I want to raid. And as of right now, with Abandoned only having like 3 members, 4 members that are able to raid, because it wasn't just raiders that left, it was socials too. A lot of people left. Too many. So it got to the point where I had to leave. If I wanted to continue raiding, I had to leave. There was no choice. So I gave Vess a huge paragraph, or like a huge essay, trying to pray that he wouldn't be mad at me or at anybody, and that like at this point it just is what it is. I'm doing what I think is best for me, which is to join this other guild that most of our members went to. Like, I know all these people. I've been raiding with them for months. So naturally I want to gravitate towards them, even if it's in a different guild. Being led by kind of the same people, but at the same time it's missing a component, that being Vess. So yeah, I gave him a whole paragraph or a whole essay. I was like, hey, don't be mad at me, but I want to raid, and I can't do that in Abandoned, and he agreed. And actually afterwards he mentioned he was going to shut Abandoned down. So as of right now, I don't know exactly like if Abandoned just got completely disbanded or not, because this is a couple days after. I'm thinking it did, but I'm not sure because I already took all of my characters out of there. But according to the Discord messages we've been receiving in the Abandoned Discord, the guild is officially disbanded as of yesterday. So, I literally cried when I typed in /gquit. And when I was like saying my final speech to whoever was on, I literally cried. Because this was the first Mythic Raiding Guild I had ever been a part of. And even though the guild I'm a part of now is basically all of the same members, Abandoned just has a special place. That was my first Mythic Raiding Guild that I've been with since a Mythic Botanist progression, like the last week of Nighthold, all the way through getting Abandoned AOTC Week 1 for the first time ever in its history. And then just a day or two later, it falls apart, and now it's disbanded. It's really sad to me. Luckily, the Discord for Abandoned is staying open. Most of the ranks got taken off, but the Discord is still open, still available for everyone. All of the chats are now unlocked. And I really like that idea. Just for some people, like if they didn't come with us to Ambu's Guild, but like they still want to hang out with us, I think the Abandoned Discord, which has quite literally been abandoned, I guess you could say, I think it's a good spot to meet up with like old members of Abandoned that didn't go with the mass of people to send help. right now I'm talking out of my ass. I'm getting emotional right now. Uh, I don't know what to say. Yeah, that's really the story. Abandoned as of right now is no more. Vest said he might bring it back next expansion. We'll have to see. Uh, if he does bring it back, I am so down to go back there, especially if the other members that used to be in there are also willing to go back. Because, like I said, Abandoned is just always gonna have a special place for me. My first Mythic Raiding Guild, my first, it was the first guild I'd ever seen Mythic in. We managed to get 5 out of 9 in Tomb of Sargeras and week 1 ahead of the curve in Antorus. So, with that being said, I will have the new times for raiding and streaming in the description because Send Help's days and times are a little bit different. I'll still be raiding there full time. As of right now, we are all trials. We are all retrialing. I will probably get benched because I'm a pointless Ellie. No, I'm probably fine. As long as I keep on performing the way I've been performing, I'll be fine. But yeah, we're all retrialing. Times are different. We're gonna have to continue on with the way things are now. What happened happened. Nothing we could do about it. Now we just have to accept it and move on. Live with it. So now that's all I have to say to you guys. Sorry about this 12-minute long rant now. I'll see you guys in future streams and future kill videos with Send Help. Peace out.